Hey guys, Hijack here, with our friend Vidar. As our last episode ended, we were just about to talk to this gentleman right here. And you know what? Why don't we just hop right in? Saren, is there something that you require? Yes, can you tell me how to find Agrippina Herinia? She's a clothier in the foreign quarter. Nice merchandise. Alright, well, do you have anything else interesting to say? Can you tell me about the House Telvanni? The Telvanni, a great house. They're not so much a house as they are a pack of squabbling scamps, fighting each other over shiny objects. If they don't get their way, they retreat to their mushroom towers and pout. To view the Telvanni in as positive a light as possible, you would read an unobjective account in the affairs of wizards. I see, you don't care for them very much. What about the House Indoril? Ah yes, the house that became the temple. Vivec was an Indoril, you know, as was Lord Nerevar. You may have heard that House Indoril forsook its holdings in Morrowind when the Empire came. But what you may not know is many of House Indoril's leaders also forsook their lives. As a result of the power vacuum left in the wake of what some call a grand but impotent gesture, the temple effectively seized control of the headless house, House Indoril. House Indoril exists in name, but the temple wields all of that great house's former power. Got anything to say about the temple? Some observe the avaricious expansion of Hlaalu, Redoran, and Telvanni into the wilds of Vardenfell and imagine an erosion of the temple's influence, since it holds claim to all the lands not controlled by one of the great houses. The temple is still the greatest force in Morrowind, drawing the temple around her through their faith that is authenticated through the three living gods of the tribunal. Moreover, it holds claim to any land not controlled by the great houses, and a number of relics of great power. It is no wonder why House Indoril dived into its robes when Vivec acquiesced to the Empire. How did Vivec acquiesce? Outlander, you can have no idea what a variety of reactions Vivec's declaration provoked. House Hlaalu was all too ready to start doing business with the Empire. House Redoran was conflicted between the sense of being let down by the god to whom they were devoted and relief that they would not have to face the Imperial invasion alone. House Telvanni went about their business as indifferent as always to such mundane matters as the fate of Dunmer sovereignty. But House Indoril felt betrayed, and they were unable to accept the armistice. Because of Indoril's connection to the tribunal, they suffered a loss of face such that their pride could not recover, to say nothing of the power conferred through the favor of the tribunal, particularly Vivec. To say nothing of the power conferred through the favor of the temple, particularly by Vivec. What about this power conferring? Oh my goodness, yes. Did you know that until the Empire invaded, Vivec was the center of House Indoril's power? The High Fane was originally the Indoril Council Hall. They lorded it over everyone else, kept the other great houses at a distance when they built the other cantons. Now that Indoril has become the temple, they effectively rule Vardenfell with the Ordinators maintaining the peace and the Kimona Tong as their secret enforcers. Oh wow. Really? House Indoril does not dare openly defy the Imperial presence. Instead, the Kimona Tong engages in the assassination of foreigners and the smuggling of the very goods that the Imperials loot from our land, while the Indoril feign disapproval. Of course, the Tong secretly enjoys their protection. How else could they possibly survive as they have? Their masters see the Tong as perhaps the only means by which they can drive the Empire from Morrowind. If that is our best chance, I don't know. Wow. Fascinating. Well, what about these Ordinators? They enforce the law where the temple rules, which means they are House Indoril's army. I mean, look at them. It cannot escape your notice. What do they wear? Indoril armor. Do I need to draw a picture for you? Well, might help, actually. Well, what do you think about the Nerevarine? The Ashlanders have a prophecy that one day a reincarnation of the legendary hero Nerevar will unite the Dunmer against the invaders and restore the ancient Dark Elven nation. but the tribunal temple says that this is a false and profane superstition, and the ordinators deal mercilessly with those who profess such beliefs. Alright, I had no idea you were such a wealth of knowledge, my friend. What happened to that guy I was with? Oh, there it is. Yeah, excuse me, I want to talk to this guy. You still with me? Yes. To the shop? Yes, let's go. And it is in the, one of the waste works. Or no, the canal works. Oh, and here it is. Come on, bud. Underworks. Oh, here we are. Oh. Okay, Vidar, we've made it. I thank you for your help. And really would if you were here, if you were allowed in the city. I really must speak with someone about that. Think how much he'd enjoy visiting this place. He'd be talking about it for days. Oh, I suppose you're wondering about compensation for your troubles? Actually, certainly. The two of us are more than glad to give you your fee. We'd like to thank you again for your companionship. It gets a bit lonely on the road, and sometimes Rolly gets awfully quiet on long trips. He's getting a little moody in his old age. Take care, stranger. 200 gold. Alright. Thanks.
I will listen up, Bandit, but make it quick.
Hey, no problem, bud.
Leave me.
Alright. What else is down here? Oh, I got a trader.
Keep moving.
Hello, Jean.
So what do you want?
Greetings, Archer. What may I do for you today? Is there anything in particular I can help you find? I carry a wide variety of goods, and I think you will find my prices reasonable. I'm a little out of way here in the canal works, but my fair prices allow me to be competitive. Yeah, well, I guess you gotta put up shop wherever you can. I just took what space the temple had available. At least the rent is not very much. I'm sure wish they could do something about the smell out in the corridors, though. I guess I can't really be helped. Ooh, no. Well, what do you got for sale? Some stuff. Bone mold boots. $100. How much do I got? I got $1,800. I could buy some new boots. Actually, what I really need is a new pauldron. Well, I actually think I'm going to hold off on that for now, but I'll keep you in mind. What's the latest rumor around town? Drellin Nemothin is going around telling some crazy story about finding a Dremora imprisoned on top of a tower at Ball Fell. I'd say he's been hitting the skooma again. Finding a Dremora imprisoned on top of a tower at Ball Fell. Huh. I'll make a note of that. It's kind of interesting. Hello, commoner. What is it, Nord? Nothing. What are you? I'm an officer of the Imperial Law. Move along. We uphold Imperial law as well as the laws of the Temple. We enforce the laws against theft, brawling, verbal assault, and murder. Guards like me determine your punishment, whether you may pay fines and compensation or must serve hard labor. Oh, man. Oh, that's loud. Why is that so loud all of a sudden? Hello, commoner.
Leave me.
I dig the face tattoo. That looks really nice. Oh, I guess nothing. Excuse me. Thank you. The Fletcher. Oh, hey, that's right up my alley.
Sorry, stranger. My time is short, so get on with it.
Alright, well, let's get on with it. This is the sacred city of Vivec. Count your blessings. Can I help you find someone in particular, or are you just looking around? Well, you know what? I'd like to see what you got for sale. My. You have a lot of... A Daedric longbow? If only I had 50,000 bucks. And more archery skill. Well, I'm gonna have to remember you. Bone mold. Alright, I will definitely keep you in mind. See ya. Did I take a wrong turn? So anyway, I came to Vivec to find a book. Upper Wasteworks. Commoner. What's this? Corner Club. Maybe we can find someone in here who can tip me off in the direction about this book.
Go ahead.
Hey, bud. You're not from around these parts. We don't like strangers in this place. Ooh. You wouldn't have to know about the Chronicles of Inchileft, would you? Yeah. What's your background? What's it to you? Coming here, wanting to know my business? Arrogant presumption. Well, maybe a little bit, but I'm still... Alright, never mind then. Barkeep.
Our doors are always open.
Good day, I'm Rero Garal, publican of the Black Shalk Corner Club here in Vivec. We rent beds, and I have a limited selection of goods for barter. If you're new here, I can tell you where to look for other services, or a specific place nearby. Well, what other services? No filter. Here in the lower wasteworks, you have Jobash's bookstore across the hall, with an apothecary and alchemist right next to each other. Seems strange, but competition usually means that the customer wins. Anyway, on this end, you have the Black Shalk. Is where you are. Finally, you have the Enchanter, an Argodian by the name of Muin Gay. He's personable, although I've only ever seen him in passing. Some of my clientele are not the warmest, most inviting people. While part of me shares their sentiments, I can't help but notice it keeps Rolassa away. A pity, but better to have them here than upstairs bothering her. I can't ask you about that. That's interesting. Let's see. Well, what about the Black Shalk? We're one of the best corner clubs you'll find on the whole of Vardenfell, and perhaps the best you'll find in Vivec. If you're hungry, why not take it a meal? I carry Flynn at a more than reasonable price, and at a much higher quality than some establishments within the island's interior. Tired after a long journey, I have rooms to rent good enough for a noble, but at a price reasonable to a pilgrim's purse. Well, I don't know. See what you got. I guess probably eat something. See, how am I on hooch? I got this shine stuff I'll drink. But let's see. Hound meat, Kagudi meat. Rat meat, no. You know, I'll have the hound meat, and I'll have some of the salt rice. And you know what? I'll take all your tobacco. And you know what? Maybe you want some gold cannet, and some heather, and some Kagudi hide, some crash fiber. I'll carry that just in case. Alright. Let's have us some shine. Then let's see, where's our hound meat? Where'd it go? Can't be far. Ah, there it is. Willow Anther. There's the salt rice. Not too bad. Let's finish it off with the chaw. Let me guess. Hey, Juju. Fancy seeing you here.
What do you want?
Hurry this up, will you?
Oh, you're a girl, huh? No, Maybe not.
Fresh game.
Nice to meet you too. I'm sorry, but I cannot speak with you. I am preoccupied with my own affairs. Alright. Catch you later.
Go ahead.
Anyway, he said there was a bookstore here.
I'm waiting.
What's this regard?
Excuse me,
Clear,
sir.
Outlander. I haven't much time.
Apothecary. Alchemist. Aha. Rare books. You are not Jobasha. Got anything interesting to say? Guess not. Oh, mage. What is it? Well, nothing, I guess. S. You must.
Khajiit has no words for you.
Well, I got words for you, Khajiit. Welcome to Jobasha's bookstore. Is there a title that Nord desires in particular, or does he just look? Jobasha has great variety. He's certain that he has a book that Archer should want very much. Well, actually, I want the Chronicles of Inchuleft. Yes, Jobasha knows the Chronicles of Inchuleft. Perhaps Jobasha has a copy. Well, I guess it's up to me to find it, huh? Boethia's Glory. Oh, there it is. 250 bucks. Do I have anything to... Unhinging, Divine Intervention, Civi, Summon Skeleton. Will you take that? Oh, you will. Great. Makes it a little more reasonable. And I'm sure you don't want anything else. Come on. Knock a couple more off there for you. Alright. Thank you, sir. Well. Well, now that we're in Vivec, and we got the book, why don't we have a look around?
I will listen, Outlander.
What do you
but
want?
Make it quick.
I'm waiting.
Wow. It's a lot to look at. Boat. Well, can go up some more. Another one of these charming ordinators. Upper Wasteworks. Wow, what's that? Upper Wasteworks. Ah, the plaza. Let's check this out. Hello, Shalon. Good day to you. Haven't we met before? Your face looks so familiar. On the other hand, I've seen so many different people on my travels that I'm mixing them up quite often. I beg your pardon, I'm Shalon. No. I've been traveling since my teenage years. Of course I started small in the beginning. I just made long walks and returned home the same day. Then I began to visit relatives and friends and spend some time there. And finally I headed out for my first journey. Since then I've been traveling all the time, only staying at one place long enough to earn a little money before striking out on my next journey. Oh, that's a Interesting way to live. I've been to almost every town here in Vardenfell. Perhaps you would like to hear about my adventures. Well, maybe. Like most foreigners, I arrived in Vardenfell through the port at Sedanin. Yeah, I've been there. I expect you've been there. A quiet fishing village that is usually very retiring, but everything awakens with a rush when a ship with passengers arrives. It is a very pleasant town to live in, but there was not much work for somebody like me. Most of the residents are commoners and fishermen who take care of themselves. The presence of Imperial officials made me feel a little uncomfortable. I have nothing to hide, but they were always looking at me with suspicion, as if I was a smuggler or a rogue. I don't know what made me untrustworthy in their eyes, perhaps because I was new, or Redguard, or both. I left for Aldrune after a short stay. I have a feeling this might be a very long story. As you know, Aldrune is the district seat of a great house Redoran. Yes, I do know that. It makes it one of the most important cities on Vardenfell. It's an interesting city inhabited by all sorts of characters. The architecture is quite unique. I wonder if their buildings had been rounded and arched in such a way when they were built, or if they were sculpted during their regular ash storms. The Manor District, under Scar, as they say, is an incredible sight. The entire Redoran Council housed in a single enormous crab shell. But watch yourself while crossing those suspended bridges inside the Manor District. I wandered around there, deep in my thoughts, when suddenly the guards rushed by, chasing a criminal, I suppose. The whole structure began to shake and swing, and I barely managed to avoid falling and breaking my neck. After taking in the wonder of Aldrune, I scraped enough gold to cover the Ziltstrider fare to Cool. I've heard of Cool. That's right, after my time in Aldrune, I went to Cool. Like Aldrune, it's a Redoran town, but much smaller. As there are both a Ziltstrider and a ship service, there is much coming and going in this town. It's been a while since I left, so I cannot tell you about recent events. During my stay, I came to know a local Nord woman, Aldi, quite well. I wonder how she's doing. I longed to see the Telvanni district of Vardenfell, and since Cool offered the boat services to Vos, I was soon off on the next stage of my adventure. Oh, so if I want to get to Telvanni areas, it might be a good idea to go through Cool, you say. What about Vos? Many people cautioned me about traveling in Telvanni territory. They formed the impression that House Telvanni was quite hostile toward foreigners. What I discovered is that the Telvanni are mostly indifferent toward foreigners, as they are about everything else not directly affecting them. I settled on the industrious farming community of Vos for my initiation into the ways of the Telvanni. Except for the exotic tower of nearby Telvos, there was nothing imposing about this small town. The tower of the local Telvanni lord had imperial elements. It is quite a sight. There was even a trade house run by an imperial that made my experience more comfortable. I found plenty of work with the local farmers who welcomed an extra pair of hands. I earned a lot of money during my stay in Vos, and I developed a craving for imperial fashion. My next destination was Caldera in the Westgash. Well, I've been to Caldera. So I think... Well, what can you tell about Morrowind lore? Though some Dunmer are imperial cult initiates, most of them are also members of the Tribunal Temple. Religious fervor is exceptional in the Empire, compared with Morrowind's more passionate temple worshippers. Yes. Well, anything about Vivec? Vivec is a city made up of 9 cantons, each a little town in itself. Each great house has its own canton, and Outlanders have their own canton called the Foreign Quarter. The arena is for public entertainment, like mock battles and comic plays. Commoners and paupers live in St. Dylan and St. Olm's cantons, but most of all, this is Lord Vivec's holy city. The Ministry of Truth, the Temple Prison, hangs above the great temple of the High Fane, the halls of wisdom and justice, and Lord Vivec's palace. The Ministry of Truth? It is amazing. A small moon held fast moments before striking the surface. It's a pity that no visitors are allowed there. I wonder how it looks inside. Ooh, that is kind of interesting.
What was that?
I'm a busy gal, so if you could hurry this up.
Smith. Oh, Fighters Guild. Some guy. Some gal. Mages Guild. Another smith. Well, let's look around town a little bit more. It is 6 p.m. Okay. So each of the great houses has a canton. Plus there's 2 cantons for the poor.
Not now, Puppet.
Then the High Fane. And there's supposed to be a moon over here. I wonder if that's it. Seems kind of small to be a moon. Hello, warrior. Oh. You got any advice? Yes, stay out of trouble. Oh, well, thank you. Secrets, then? We are watching. Justice never sleeps. Oh. Who are you with? That is some dark elf legend, right? Sorry, I don't know much about it. Alright. Oh, I wonder, actually. Okay, so I guess she didn't mark any of these places on my map that I asked her about. Cool and Vos. Man, this place looks awesome. Okay, so that's the foreign quarter canton. What is this? This is the Redoran canton. There's cool looking banners up there. They look really nice. This is the St. Dellen canton. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. That is awesome. Perfect sunset. Over a castle or something.
Keep moving.
Hall of Justice. Probably don't want to go in there. Can I ask you about this thing? Faith, law, and justice. Walk on. Well, I'm kind of interested in the Ministry of Truth. Is that what it? If I liked you better, then I might tell you. How about some lore? If I liked you better, I might tell you. Alright, never mind.
Whatever you're looking for, I'm sure I don't know how to find it.
Well, maybe. Can you tell me anything about what's going on around here? Hey, who are you? I am Danso Indules, healer and adept at the temple. It is what I grew up in Vivec desiring to do, join the temple, and I desire nothing else. Okay, well that's fine. I guess, well, you sell stuff. Some low-end potions. Alright, well, thanks. I might want to do some work around here. This place is not too shabby. Oh, you got a name.